Good morning, afternoon, or evening, all you Final Fantasy Randomizer fans and RPG Limit Break aficionado. We have Game 2 of the Best of 5 series for the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament 2021. This is GregglyPuff v. fryteeth. I am joined in the booth by Dengwu. How's it going today, sir?
I'm awesome. I'm here. Just woke up. I'm ready. I'm ready, Dead Pulse, and I'm glad to be doing commentary with you because, well, I haven't done it with you, and, well, you bring a lot of experience since you've done a lot more races, so I'm excited.
Oh, stop, but go on.
I mean, come on, let's be honest here. Probably almost as many games as Caleb, but, you know, he's in the background doing the re-streaming duty, so we very much appreciate you doing that, Caleb, and Danny pushing the ones and twos in the background, making sure we're honest as our tracker. Now, the main stars of tonight, as you mentioned, or today, is GregglyPuff v. fryteeth. Greggly has that 1-0 leads. And what are we looking at here? I mean, I'm looking at pretty much the same team, I believe, from last night.
Yeah, I think it was a double red mage instead of red black. Or maybe I was drinking. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. So, I mean, either way, we have pretty much the same team here. Now, the only difference is, well, the black belt has no ribbon and black mage vitality, and the black mage has -4 magic power, or MP if you want to call it, so has even less casts. Basically, our black belt is going to be our main source of anything at this point, because the thief rolled some of the worst things I've ever seen. And so we're going to be relying upon the black belt, red mage, black mage. We should be getting going here very shortly here. There it is. Look at me. I tell you, I'm on top of my game today, Dead Pulse.
Dengwu for president, I'll tell you one.
Ah, thank you. Hey, there's steel armor. Now, that's kind of important here because the black belt did get fighter armor, and we got a whole lot of things our black mage and red mage can cast right out the gate. Zap, warp, fast, fire 2 if we want a low-level clear spell.
This is a magic overload. I don't know what I'd pick.
And we have exit, but we don't need that since warp is so early. That's steel +1. That iron armor is really good too because that black belt can use it. That's really good armor for that black belt considering he's got 1 absorb right now. And it's cheap. I think it was like 160 gold. So after this Temple of Fiends dive, we'll have money for it. And I could definitely see our runners picking it up. Greggly says, what treasure chest? We're going right after Garland. Zap to the 4th dimension. Well, that was easy.
Oh, and we're off. fryteeth finding a little bit of gold there. That's pretty nice.
So, yes. So the BB has -3 HP has 3 HP because it has a Malus of -30 HP at the start. So yeah, it can't go negative, and it has like 33 HP at the start. So.
As we're going a little bit about the runners, we mentioned before, GregglyPuff has a 1-0 advantage. This is game 2 of the best of 5. GregglyPuff, of course, the current Iron Gold champion and resident Black Belt expert. However, fryteeth, current tag team champion. Interesting stat, in the 3 major tournaments this year, fryteeth has been in the top 3 in all of them, including this one. So he is not to be counted out.
Yeah, he goes fast. He go real fast. So we got TNT, we got Canal. We just need the ship, and we have a whole lot of things open for us. There's that iron armor pickup that we mentioned there. So our black belt is pretty tanky. So in this case, we've got town shuffles. We've got no access to Provoca, so we have to go towards Elflin because we don't have a bridge. Marsh is incentive. Our spells aren't terrible. We could probably take some fights. gain a couple levels, be able to do top side and bottom side if we really want to at these levels, since our black belt has decent armor.
Yeah, with the inclusion of the thief, I would think Marsh would be a really good play right now.
Now, the one thing here is, for anybody that may not know exactly what is going on with Fryteeth, he is basically buying all this stuff to fill up his armor slots. What this allows you to do is you can check chests, and if it's an armor spot, you won't have to worry about the monster in a box. It just lets you bypass it. Now, early level monsters can be good. The monster in the boxes can be good because it'll give you experience. The downside is, well, sometimes you run into some nasty stuff that will take you out in the deep dungeon.
As I was going, GregglyPuff ran into some wolves that had ice too, not exactly what you wanted to see, and picks up a power bonk.
Early power bonk actually kind of helps Greggly because that's one less thing you got to worry about when you're checking like, you know what I'm saying? So the way the monster in the box works is you cannot have a monster box protecting a key item, but it can protect an item like a power bonk and the white shirt, which is incentivized. So with the power bonk being out of that pool, I think it kind of helps here just time-wise, saves them a little bit of time.
And we were correct. It looks like Marsh is going to be the play.
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, he's going bottom too. So I like the bottom play with this just because of the fact that there is a spike tile down here and it gives us information early. So if you go top and the said key item or the incentivized item is on top side, you won't know what's down in this marsh at all.
I'm mostly a Marsh top kind of guy, but I'm coming around.
I mean, I think it makes sense the majority of the time. I just think that with a black belt lead, knowing that you need a grind, being... Well, there's Bridge. That is not the... But that gives us access to Provoca, so bonus! And it's an extra experience. But that is
on
not
these flags, I love seeing the bridge. I just love it.
There's the floater! So big play by GregglyPuff. We got ourselves a let's go fast seed here. So we need to be able to get in, go out, and check this. Hopefully we don't die here. A Scorch is going to hurt a lot. If we can check this spike tile and warp out with little to no damage, we're looking pretty good here. It's kind of greedy, though, but I like it. Okay, well, so much for that one.
Well, it gives us the information. I believe we have B-side tiles on.
Yeah, very true. So, yeah, we have B-side, so we can at least plan accordingly. So, this is going to be big here. Very big indicator of how this is going to play out here. Does Fryteeth go Marsh? No. He's going to go to Elf and he's going to check the towns first. Are you more of a town checker first, especially with the shuffled towns?
No, with what we have in Warp and we have a Thief, I would have gone to Marsh first and been paid off for it. Lefane, can't talk to them.
No. It'd be interesting. Will he go to Crescent Lake also, since he's doing this? You know, do the whole Inner Sea tour walking before going to Marsh? He says, "Nope, I got Warp."
I can definitely see the strategy of going to that town if it were Provoca, or it was some other key item that you could get. That would have been huge, but apparently it didn't come up that way.
So Crescent Lake ended up being Provoca. Fade, Red Mage is becoming even more powerful. Greg's able to pick up all that white magic because essentially black magic shouldn't hold a whole lot, but now he's got Fade and Nuke on his Red Mage.
What is this? What is this? A gift to the Red Mages?
You're not lying. I don't even know if he picked up Nuke at that point. So Fryteeth goes north. There's our monster, the Black Frostwolf. So this is actually okay. These are one of the spike tiles you kind of want to run into, as long as they don't roll anything nasty, because that'll give us some experience early, and it gets us going.
Lovely pickup of the Zeus Gauntlet by Fryteeth.
That, yeah, that definitely helps, you know, just helps to clear things. Cast Lit 2. So this is gonna be kind of big here. So I guess if, like, Masa was here, this would be, like, a huge advantage for Fryteeth, just to help to get the grind off the, you know, early. But at the same time, you're gonna end up casting spells anyways, because you're gonna want your mages to be somewhat leveled.
GregglyPuff hosting that chime from Sarda. We are 2 out of 6 for the key items that we need for this.
So he's checking the earth early. There's 3 spike tiles here, allows him to check. Air's not the best, but we got initiative, so we might as well take the experience. They are from the floating castle, which is really good experience, as you can see. 1,000 experience for all of our characters.
Saracen in chat pointing out that this is a long con. We're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
You're not wrong, Danny. I think this is. I think you're 2 for 2 now on jet seeds. Can we get an ale Markin seed, please?
I second that. I have definitely been on the business end of ale seeds.
So Fryteeth gets their floater, says, I'm not greeting. Oh, we found a grind tile here. Oh, hello there. So you're not going to see Greggly grind here, but you're going to see him grind in, what was it, the bottom left room of Earth 1, I think, is the 3 steps.
Yeah, but these sandworms have a little bit more health than I would have liked.
Listen, we're eating sandwiches today, Deadpols, and you're not going to argue with me, okay? We're going with it.
It's good to have a little variety. Maybe get a salad on the side.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. A little salad, you know, act like we're eating healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a meat salad. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind.
Oh, Elflin, how generous of us to have our access to level 2 and 3 so early. Lock's important.
I'm just waiting for, you know, Life 2 and Cure 4 to be red mage learnable in level 3 magic.
Here we go. Exfer. Actually, you know, Anti-Rub probably wouldn't have been too bad to pick up, just to pick up, but we're going to end up casting it double fast anyways in Temple of Fiends. Oh, Life 2, not learnable.
Oh, womp womp.
Well, there's Brack. That makes us happy.
Yeah, we'll have to settle for Brack and Lit 3.
Although at this point, do we really need Brack and Lit 3? We're going to have the One Punch Man that is known as a BB going to be taking out all the fiends, because we found a grind tile early, essentially. And yeah, I don't think we're going to dive anything.
You know what? It's a nice feeling being at 12 minutes in and already having a game plan for how everything's going to go.
So now the only thing here awkward here, Deadpols, is okay, how far do we go if we're GregglyPuff? We've already found, you know, a grind tile here. As you see, he's going to make his way over to the location where he doesn't move the encounter table, right? Now, we still have Waterfall, technically, we could do. We have Ordeals. We have, you know, that early warp and stuff like that. We have those 2 for sure we can do. Plus, we have a Crescent Lake that's out there. We could be getting a little bit more experience, but instead we're going to do sandwiches now. Are you more of let's do sandwiches now, or do a little, you know, progression and get that experience early?
Oh no, we're doing it. We're doing it now. We're doing it live. If we can get this black belt up to 42 sub 30 minutes, that's gonna feel great. And he already got the bridge. Isn't that plus 5% extra experience too?
Yeah, true. I mean, the bridge was nice and early. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we're terrible levels, right? I guess we were, but I mean, with the black belt having the fighter armor, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have been tempted to do ordeals, look for a Crescent Lake along with Waterfall, maybe, just to do it. I mean, because we have Fade and Nuke and stuff like that. We can already get rid of the Thief. We can just nuke and fade our way through all this stuff, gain levels, and then come back for the Sandworm.
Yeah, that's true. I'll split the difference with you. I think I would come here, gain a couple of levels, just so, you know, if a monster has, you know, Lit 3, Fire 3, or just something, I have a better chance of surviving it.
Well, there's the Adamant that was in Provoke, so that was a pretty easy find right there, too. So, the Adamant is a fetch chain. If that gives us more key items, that's just increasing his experience gained per encounter. And there's an herb, so another 5% extra experience here. And it's very true, as it's pointing out in chat, you know, first to grind, you know, first to finish. I can definitely see that, and I completely agree, which is one of the hardest things with the black belt is how early do you grind, how early do you not grind? And so Crescent Lake is required. That leads to the cube.
I think Fryteeth smelled the blood of all those sandwiches, and he's coming over to see what's up.
It's like the chum in the water. Our runners smell the chum in the water and have been attracted.
We're already up to level 15 on 3 of GregglyPuff's characters.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the key things is yeah, it's taking a little bit, but that's because he's got 3 characters. He kind of needs them because he needs the mages to survive in the end game, especially the red mage. Honestly, I can see the black mage going down here very soon because the red mage is the one with life. If the red mage survives, we don't really care about any of our other light warriors at this point because we have life.
That's both heartless and true.
I know, it felt really bad saying that. No, looks like fryteeth. Oh no, he's in the area still, so he's just doing the last check that GregglyPuff had already done.
And Fryteeth, the first one with full access to Sky.
That's actually kind of important too. I mean, if he wanted to, he could do it, but no, he's gonna check out Earth. This is probably one of the more popular checks, especially early. Outside of the ever popular, let's go to the Mirage Desert and look for Thyros and T-Rexes.
Responding to Gloom to Chew in chat, Fast was level 1.
Yeah, very
so
good.
we might have a couple of casts of that.
Oh, well, the red mage gets +2 level 1 MP, so that's already really high. And Fryteeth, as you can see by the avatar in the bottom right here, smiling ear to ear here based on the fact that he found sandwiches. He's happy. They are.
So what I like is Fryteeth didn't lose a lot of time because those are things, he did things that GregglyPuff was going to have to do, and it doesn't matter what level your black belt is when you do them because it was mostly flying. So there's not going to be much of a time disparity here.
So just to let everybody know what the discrepancies was, Fryteeth earned 2,800 experience for all 3 of his characters. GregglyPuff is earning about, what was it, 17? Unless there was only one sandworm that he picked up.
There was only one sandwich there, and it was 1,276.
So yeah, he's earning about 24. So yeah, he's earning about 400 to 500 extra experience every single time.
That's dangerously close to math.
I know, and it's not even good math that I just realized. It's like 300 to 500. You know, whatever, it's fine. Look, we're grinding sandwiches, okay, and I'm trying to do math. Like, what? Well, that's awkward.
It is either too early or too late in the day to do math.
Black belt down. I repeat, black belt down. This is a very slow grind, though. You know what I can actually see? I don't remember how long the first encounter was because I kind of didn't really pay much attention. I'm going to be completely honest, but we could see them going towards Mirage because sandworms are okay, but like if we can get a Tyro or a T-Rex going.
I mean, as I'm looking at it, the sandworms have a little bit high of health, so the key is to just get your black belt up to 21, hope that that's enough to take him out in the swing, kill off your other two characters, and, you know, it's all great from there. GregglyPuff can finish this grind at about, the 29-minute mark if he plays his cards right.
Well, right, but if you think about it, he gets up to 21, like what you said, right? And let's say we find a T-Rex, though, off the encounter cycle. I mean, that's going to be a whole lot quicker, especially if it rolled low. I mean, it's only a couple. I mean, you know, you warp out, you save, you go check it out real quick. If it's nothing there, you just, I don't know, warp back, reset back.
That's fair. At least Zap is doing a little job there.
So, the differences here, I think GregglyPuff went a little bit higher with the Black Mage, gave a little bit of HP. Obviously, the Black Mage doesn't have a great HP growth, but Greggly's Black Mage is going to be a little bit higher now. fryteeth really took out that Black Mage really early here, so I'm going to heavily rely upon that Red Mage surviving, which is a good idea.
fryteeth showing off his ruthlessness.
I like it. Can I just... Oh no. Oh, I see what Greggly's doing. He's out of spells. So that's our first checkpoint there for the black belt on GregglyPuff's side. Hit 21. We now have 6 hits.
The anticipation is killing me if that's going to be enough to take out one of those sandworms in a hit.
It's going to be interesting because with the 4 hits on a power bonk, you only hit for 280. We know it's got over 300. That was with a crit, so as long as we get a crit, we can one-shot him. So 212 base damage around-ish. So yeah, it's going to be a 2-turner. Or 4 turns, up to 4 turns if we get 2 sandworms.
Well, not doing any math, but that means once the black belt hits round 27, I think even if they don't crit, they're going to be able to take one out.
Yeah, for sure. I do like the red mage in the second slot there. I think he's trying to get the red mage targeted, but not, you know, not too quickly.
I want you to hit him, but not too much.
Right? It's like, it's a weird positioning. I'm trying to understand exactly why he did it that way. Because now we're just power bonking and waiting.
It looks like on fryteeth's side, we're at about level 19. GregglyPuff side, level 21.
Yeah, he's definitely caught up substantially. And you gotta... Yeah. Ooh, 328 didn't take it out. So another turn. So for everybody there, so this is Chaos's Comedy Tour, 2021 Spring Tournament. My name is Dang Wu. Broadcasting with me is Dead Pulse. Tracking for us is Danny3883, who rolled the seed, and Caleb doing the streaming for us. We appreciate everybody in the crew, especially you all that is in chat hanging out with us. You are witnessing the basically montage style of let's make our black belt really powerful. Once that happens, this is going to be a drag race. In Deadpool's, I'm excited because I think both of these runners are going to be done within, I don't know, a minute of each other, maybe 2 at most. And it's going to be a drag race. We have 2 duds left? No, 3 duds. We have Ship, Ruby, White Shirt. Out there, right?
And I assume Tail. We have everything that we really
Tail.
want.
Exactly. So Tail. So 4 locations out there that, because of the early airship, it's going to be a drag race, and we still need key, loot, rod. Oh man.
Yeah, this anticipation is building. I mean, we're looking a little slow because the grind has started, but keep in mind this is probably 20 minutes before it normally does. So once they finish these grinds in the next 5 minutes, you're absolutely right. It's off to the races, and it's going to be down to who picks the correct locations and avoids as many duds as possible.
So routing wise, we haven't found on rack yet. So I can definitely see our runners going to like Waterfall. Just doing that and then checking the town. I think that would probably be a good option to do. The Lefane check is probably going to be one of the last things either of our runners do. Just because it's so far out of way, and I don't think we have a very long first encounter step.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if I already knew where Gaia was, like that's my fear, is going there without the bottle. So I agree with your assessment. I think that the next play that I would make would be hit up Waterfall, hit up what on-rack is, see what's up.
Yeah, because then you can do ordeals if you want, ordeals into, checking those towns if you absolutely need to. At least, especially for Fryteeth, because then he can do, the Mirage and the Floating Castle all in one go. He does that entire area all in one go. He knows the information. He's done. And he might get Oxyel there too, so he knocks out almost everything all in one go. Now, Fryteeth's actually going to go in the bottom left here. Or, I'm sorry, the top still. I just realized that he's been doing the top room, which moves that encounter table. The gargoyles were kind enough to take out the red mage. That was nice.
I don't mind the play of moving the encounter table forward, especially when you're trying to kill off one of your characters. I think Fryteeth was going under the assumption, you know what, if the red mage doesn't live, but I'm not going to actively try. Unlike with the black mage.
Now, this is the one thing I guess that is very important here, is how well does Fryteeth know the encounter table since we got it so early? Because if he gets, 2, 3 encounters here very quickly, that are very quick and kind of mess with his grind here, it's just time losing. Time lost. And I see 8 hits on GregglyPuff, so he's already above level 32, so Greggly, because he hasn't left, just making up a huge amount of time on Fryteeth here, or advancing.
You're correct. It's level 33 on GregglyPuff's side, level 22 on Fryteeth's side. But now that we have those 6 hits, I mean, this is, we're maybe 2 minutes apart. I still think GregglyPuff's going to finish this grind close to the 30-minute mark.
So something to point out that was in chat also, that I guess we kind of overlooked here, Deadpulse. The reason why none of our runners have their high-level characters in that first slot, minus fryteeth, who actually has the red mage in that top slot, is the enemies, the morale goes against your top slot light warriors level, essentially. And about, 23 to 25 is generally when the sandworms begin to run. And so that's the reason why we move any high-level characters towards the bottom and your lowest level character to the top. That will hopefully not break morale.
They're big old scared cats.
They really are. Big old sandworm just runs away. I'm scared. So GregglyPuff, I know is not level 42. I don't know how high he is, but he must...
He ran out of healing potion.
That's a whole lot of money. So we have enough money for the key item, which we know we have to find. That could be in Caravan. That could be in the old Onrak, old Gaia, old Lefane. Yeah, because we still got to find New Malman, because it's been shuffled. That could lead to Lefane, which is in Elflin. So there's a lot of things still out there, as you can see on that tracker. And I wonder how different our runners are going to take this, because once they get done with the grind, you know, we got to go fast, but we got to be smart about it.
I hesitate to say this, but I don't know if I would do ordeals that early. It takes about 2.5 minutes to get there, and if you can do waterfall, pick up a couple of other items, get in go mode without going there, that's going to be a huge time save.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's probably the biggest... Oh, okay. Probably the second biggest gamble is if you did ordeals first. Because you also have Ice Cave. But I guess you could warrant Ice Cave with the fact that you can just do Volcano right then, too. Oh, GregglyPuff actually has the BB up front. Gets a lucky. Sandworms are still engaging. You're going to see him switch it right there. That was pretty lucky, I'm not going to lie. That was a high-level black belt that didn't break morale. Are you on the let's get to level 38-ish and take a couple fights on occasion, or hit level 42 and be done with it? Especially knowing that the black belt has black mage vitality.
I go to 42. You're here, it's only going to take another minute, and honestly, his red mage is high enough to be comfortable with, so... I could see the argument for going to 38 and assuming that you're going to gain a couple of levels, but... you do have a thief, so might as well run.
Yeah, I do agree. And on top of that, the red mage also has a thief luck, so it's getting a good amount of luck per level. I mean, it's not going to be any crazy amount, but it's going to be able to run too, so even more increased chance to run.
Yeah, who turned on God mode for these red mages? Some sort of cheat code that I can learn.
Thanks, Danny.
$32-minute mark coming up. GregglyPuff level 39. We're going to see what fryteeth hits shortly.
So
I literally looked away just as he finished the battle.
So the one thing Roxala points out is the Thief Luck bonus doesn't really come into effect until late levels. I mean, it's kind of true, because you got to remember, it is Thief Luck growth. So it's not like you have this, you know, the beginning luck base value, if you want to call it. So with these light warriors and the fact that they generally have a lower luck, they're just not going to be able to run as well until later. At least I'm hoping that's right. It sounded right in my head.
That's pretty close. I mean, their luck growth as the levels go on is going to be, essentially 100%. So whatever the difference is, and red mages aren't known for their running. So even adding, that, I can't even give numbers, but it has to be at least 20% greater chance at their current level.
Right. Yeah. The red mages don't go fast. Or I mean, they don't run very often. It feels like. So GregglyPuff hits level 42. He's off to the races now. He's got to make the decision. Deadpulse and I have both kind of gone on the let's do waterfall. We have warp. Let's see what town's there. We're looking for Onrak for sure. Because then that'll give us access to at least most of the fiends here. But GregglyPuff does have to remember to check Old Provoca, which is Crescent, which leads into the cube, which is required. That was a whole lot of this is required and this and that, but essentially he has to do this to complete the game. And the longer he doesn't, could cost him time.
I bet that's his next step.
It's gotta be, but
You just gotta feel it.
Yeah. No, it definitely is, but I can totally... Uh-oh. He's in the area, it's fine. Okay. He's playing mind games with me. I taught him too well. What's he checking for? Oh. Gold bracelets -3. That's awkward.
Ick. I mean, I'll still wear it, but I won't be happy about it.
So, where does fryteeth go after the grind? Essentially, he's going to be in the same boat that GregglyPuff is. Oh, Cure 4 is locked out. Lock 2 is available to the Black Mage. So, both runners are essentially in the same spot at this point. GregglyPuff is now doing the check that fryteeth already did, and then it's going to become a drag race. I mean, that's essentially what this is going to be. It's a drag race to see who can go to which location more efficiently and hit, I guess if you want to call it, less duds. Because we have a lot of duds out there still. So fryteeth goes to the caravan, rewarded with the slab. GregglyPuff bought the gold rings, not going to get punished because he's going to have enough money for it.
Yeah, those sandworms were definitely loaded.
I was kind of worried, I'm not going to lie, because he was at 40,000. I'm like, if that's a high level, or, like a high-priced key item, it could cost him there, considering he's not going to take a whole lot of fights, and he's not going to check a whole lot of boxes for the longest while. Oh, Greggly's doing ordeals. So this is the divergence that we were talking about. Greggly takes what we kind of thought was the gamble here. If this is slab was already found, so fryteeth, this actually helps out fryteeth in the routing department, because he can do this. He knows where Lefane is, and then he can do waterfall. Wait, you bought slab. Fryteeth. Oh no.
We're looking for something.
Well, there's Onrak.
Oh, that's right. We're trying to revive people. That's right.
I forgot that he didn't revive. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Go back this slab.
No, with GregglyPuff going to ordeals, like every fiber of my being is telling me go to ordeals as early as possible. But at the same time, my analysis earlier, just if you don't have to go here, it takes 2.5 minutes, and that is a margin of victory.
So it was the first portal. It wasn't too bad. We're in, out so far. We don't have exit. Oh, there's a monster in the box. So this is one thing that GregglyPuff's got to be careful of. I guess technically if you want to say it, but I guess it doesn't really matter, he doesn't have the full inventory, so he kind of has to take every fight. Like,
well, gets rewarded with the rod, so ordeals required.
Yeah.
I was both right and wrong.
Either way. So
that's terrifying. We've checked a couple of locations and we've already got 4 out of the 6 key items that we need.
Right? I mean, both runners so far have chosen good routing decisions, I guess. I mean, the only problem for fryteeth, obviously, is he had the right routing decision, but he gambled hoping that on the old Onrek location had a clinic. Which is interesting considering he had to pass the Melmon to get to it. So
I don't mind this. He's going to go beat up a fish monster, try to see if the key item is located in here.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this play. I just found it interesting, though, that he passed the Melmon and gambled on the town. Yeah, you don't have to take that fight, fryteeth. You got full inventory. So Greggly's going to take a gamble. I'm going to visit down here. We already found the... So this has got to be... What is it? Gaia? So he's doing the Gaia dive without a bottle that you talked about earlier in the broadcast.
This is where it feels bad. If this is where the other shoe drops.
There it is, left side. There is the loot, left side.
Are you kidding me?
In Sharknado, in the bottom left chest. So Greg's got to reset out. So we are a key away from go mode. We have ordeals left. We have the slab turn-in. We have the Mirage floating castle turn-in left. Or incentive location, I should say. And we have waterfall.
This is a little terrifying because GregglyPuff made the interesting play to go to ordeals. He gets rewarded with the rod. fryteeth went early into the water words, but gets the loot for it.
Yeah, so yeah, both runners have done different things and kind of have the pieces of the puzzle that help each other out, to speed it up. And us, the broadcast crew, and the spectators are like, all you got to do is this. It's that simple. But for them, it's not.
I mean, that would be the whole enchilada, so to speak, if Waterfall held the key.
Oof. I mean, we still have a lot of fetch quests to go down, so that's one terrifying thing to think about, Deadpools. We could have a very long fetch quest that goes down into a tail. Or a white shirt. White shirt's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but I like it.
It looks good on me. It fits sometimes.
Exactly. Alright. Kraken. First Fiend. We're taking on Brat comes out. That's like a 26% chance that's a whiff. Ooh. Kraken actually kind of absorb happy. Darkness touch. Oh no! That black belt, will it be able to hit anything? Okay. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Blind and still hits for a lot of damage.
That was a little scary, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The key is found. So this is bad news for Fry. No, wait. He's in the area. He's fine.
He's back. Fine. Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, so fryteeth is looking really good. He's going to be in very good shape here, just like GregglyPuff. I can definitely see him doing the... Greggly, where are you going?
He's going to Lefane to turn in the slab. I can definitely see, the advantage has to go to GregglyPuff because that ordeals play is going to be clutch. So if fryteeth does not go to ordeals, I can see after getting the key here going into Canaria, checking that out.
Mm-hmm.
Start turning the slab, wasting more time that way.
Yeah, definitely. So Greggly has to do this check here because he doesn't have the loot. So yeah, the biggest thing is the quote gamble, if you want to call it, doing ordeals first. Massively pays off. Fryteeth has a high chance of not going to ordeals just because it's kind of annoying. I mean, yeah, we have warp available, but it could waste time. Greggly gets to do the quote free checks here, gets a bottle. So, you know, this is the one thing that we're kind of worried about is if this turns into a long fetch chain that wastes time, and Fryteeth can... Nope, looks like Greggly says, I'm not wasting time on stuff, we'll just do it as we go. So I like that play too. Very heads-up play by GregglyPuff. Might as well accomplish stuff as we're doing in quest chains. Of course, I say that and I tried doing that, and I would have already forgotten where I was at and what I was supposed to be doing.
Well, Carrie needs her face bashed in, so we might as well do it while we're here.
Right? Now, does Greggly do Ice Cave at this point?
Absolutely not.
I mean, he has loot out there.
There is a 100% chance that that's going to be the ship, so...
Like, I'm really afraid that he might do it, and I know we need a ribbon. We kind of do need a ribbon, at least for the red mage.
Luxuries, I tell you.
It is luxury. You're absolutely right, Deadpulse. It is a luxury. Fryteeth gets the loot. He is a rod away from go mode. Has to do ordeals. He might do it because he has access to Skynet. He's in the area, and
no, I think he's going to make the quote unquote odds-on play, which is to try to turn into free key items. I really do hope that I have inspired him over our tag team time together, and that he's going to go to ordeal.
I know you've always been on the let's do ordeals early as possible. Wow, Carrie has over 1,000. Carrie has over 1,000 HP, survives round 2, then gets absolutely wrecked. So orb count now is tied up 1-1. Says no to Ice Cave. Wow. I mean, I don't blame it, because I think he did check Gaia, so he knows that it's on rack.
You know, some people don't like boats. I don't understand them, but... Just think, a mere 20 minutes ago, we were sub-level 15 on our characters.
Oh, you know what I'm confusing with? Because isn't there an option with, like, free floater or something like that, where it can move the ship to anywhere?
Yes-ish.
I can't remember what it was. So, under these settings, yes, Ice Cave is not required because it is going to be the ship no matter what. For some reason, I had it mixed up with another flag setting. So yeah, the ship is in Ice Cave, so that is why Caleb is saying that we know that they're not going to go to Ice Cave. Because the key lock check has already been confirmed that it is the Ruby, and so we know Ice Cave has to be the ship.
Oh my, GregglyPuff is really close to Sky right now. I think he might dive it.
He's so close. Yeah, but does he do Mirage first? No. Wait. Oh, he's gonna promote. Is he picking up temper? Yeah, he's gonna promote. He's gonna get that temper. There's the tail for Fryteeth. He's gonna instantly reset out. Gonna save a couple precious seconds there. Does the Ordeals play? Channels his inner Dead Pulse. He's gonna be in go mode before GregglyPuff.
I'm gonna give him so many high fives.
Now the question is, does he do that first teleporter in Ordeals once he gets there? Because if he goes to any of the other ones and gets, decides to do that last, could cost him a few precious seconds. Greggly's learned from Al Markin's school of how to drive an airship. Lands on a mountain. Oh boy. This race is going to get so intense.
The anticipation is just building, and it's terrifying.
So, I don't think GregglyPuff is going to go right side. I know that there are cases where he has said that he goes right side on Kraken. Or, you know, he goes the mermaid side. I don't see him doing it. Now, fryteeth gets a huge advantage if he does... He's doing Sky.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yep, it was a 50-50 shot.
Find that white shirt, you know, right away in one of these boxes, then no harm, no foul.
Yeah, he's got to hope for it very early. So there's fryteeth, finds the rod, officially enters go mode. You see it, he's hit the gas. His wheels were spinning as he took off.
That was just before the 49-minute mark, fryteeth entering go mode.
And this is where filling your inventory is very beneficial, because while Greggly checks, if that says there's a white shirt here, instead of saying monster in the box, he knows that it's there and he could just go mode. Now he can't do it. He has to complete it to find out what's in that box. Oh no. Yes, Lynn the cat.
Oh,
that is correct.
The worst part about this is we still have the crown out there. We still have the crystal out there. So that means it's going to be one of those two items that leads to the other item, which leads to the white shirt.
Yep. This is going to be... For everybody out there, this is probably going to be a very slow, agonizing next in 10 minutes. Unless we find it very early. He needs to find it now. Black shirt, teasing us.
We're being grumped.
We're being grumped.
It's agonizing watching every chest that GregglyPuff opens, hoping that it's going to be the key item and you put those wheels on.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was pointed out, too, the pure fact that the crown is still out there really saves GregglyPuff, because the monster in the box will not protect it. So it speeds it up a little bit, but that also that really is determined by the fact of, does Greggly realize that its crown is the only one left?
fryteeth already high-fived him on the way past.
Oh, the crystal. Yeah, so crown or crystal, either way. I mean, you have to be cognizant enough to realize that, you know, we have two turn-ins that we haven't found yet.
Jacober brings up a valuable point. fryteeth is done opening boxes, doesn't have any ribbons. GregglyPuff could open up to 30 more chests here if he finds a ribbon. I think that might make up for the time loss.
You would math and know how many chests are in here. This is why you won bingo. Because you know this stuff.
Math is life. That's all I have to say.
Hey, there's our Warmech. Hello there. So, fryteeth actually needs a level or 2 to get to 42. So this is... Oh, that's not a good start. Nuclear comes out, lowers all of our HPs down into very critical range here. Black Belt is kind of in one-punch territory since Warmech can hit very hard. We need a good punch here. Blaze comes out. We got lucky. Black Belt survives, takes it out. Almost perfect setup.
Yeah, lucky being in quotes. I do like seeing that one of the nuclears as well as Blaze out of the pool.
Yeah, because Blaze hits so hard. Definitely will help out for our casters here at this point. No ribbons, no way to resist this stuff. Yeah. So, armor finally... his inventory on GregglyPuff's side has finally been completely filled up. I thought I just saw a paralyzing touch on Red Hydras and I got very terrified, but I think it was just a, I can't run.
Sometimes you just gotta punch your way out of problems. I mean, not great for a life lesson, but for Final Fantasy Randomizer it works.
Alright, so fryteeth is going to take a commanding lead here. If we can get Tiamat to go down, Tiamat's not hitting very hard here. The One Punch Man going to round 2, going to round 3 here, trying to take the 1 orb advantage lead over GregglyPuff. Tiamat still holding up here. Oh man. Finally goes down. We're going to light our second orb, make our way to Volcano and Earth Cave. Whew. Such a drastic difference in HPs you kind of see there with the Black Mage and Vitality games. Like, that Black Belt should have already been, I don't know, 999? Is it here? Will GregglyPuff be saved? No, he's got to do...
We've cleared out all of Sky 3. We have just the right side of Sky 2 left.
And maybe Bane. I don't know if he did Bane. Or the vanilla Bane sword location. There it is. Okay. Still feels awful, but he's not that far behind. But the problem is he can fall into the issue of doing this fetch quest that's going to waste about 20 seconds. 20 to 40 seconds.
And Dengbu, are there people that don't check the Bane chest?
Yes, me.
I don't even know you.
I will do that completely last. And then I will warp all the way back, so I go to Mirage 3 just to walk it to do it.
Sometimes I reset out just so I can check the Bane chest twice.
Look, you know what? Sometimes I may have done a reset when I was in Earth 4 just so I had my black belt to grind something, okay? Look, Bang strats is not something I recommend for anybody. And fryteeth has the gas on the pedal, walking over lava tiles like a champ.
Yeah, we're going for it. I'm glad that's... Well, no, I'm not glad. GregglyPuff almost had to clear all of Sky, and that's exactly what we were worried about. Now he's going to go turn in the crown after this, which is going to turn into the crystal. Then it's going to turn into the white shirt, and I hope that we're going to see a pretty epic eye roll.
I'm hoping he doesn't. No, he's got to do Onrak. He's there. Just do it. Yeah, but it feels so bad, though.
It's got to be done.
You know, it just feels bad either way, because if you do see, and let's say you go Kraken side, right? And it's not there. Now you're stuck in a position of... Actually, you know what I can see? Yeah, you do Kraken side. If it's not there, take the, you take the gamble and you do your turn-ins. And if it's not there, you just reset back and do Mermaid side. But no, he's gonna do the Astos turn-in, which is Crown or a Crystal. And now that's a 3-orb lead for fryteeth here, trying to even it up 1-1 in this best of 5 finals match for the Chaos Comedy Tour. Who's gonna be top comedian? Stay tuned, because this is gonna... Wow, these runners are going so fast. An hour in and both runner. I mean, we're probably looking at what, 110 at at the most.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, but last night, GregglyPuff did win with a time of sub 110. We might be seeing the second race in a row where a runner can do that. That's insane with these flags.
I mean, it's both runners showed a little different divergence of, you know, their speed and power, trademarked by Lord Fizzlebeef, and little divergence here, little divergence there, and the way that this I always tell people is, it's interesting the pure fact that when you get a key item, it kind of sways your decision making. Like, there's so much going on in your head, and you can just be swayed by an early slab turn in, with an airship, in the case of GregglyPuff, not doing the C play, finds a fetch quest that we know, or fetch chain, that's essentially going to lose him a little bit more time, and he had to full clear a bunch of unnecessary things that he doesn't know about that we know about. I don't know. To me, it's just very amazing to witness or, watch as a broadcaster.
Yeah, I can't blame GregglyPuff for that play either. Sky had more chest, which is unfortunate, but the worst thing that can happen is when you go into Sea Shrine, you go crack inside, the chest isn't there. Now you still have a 50-50, but you have to dive into mermaids and essentially waste a bunch of time.
So we're looking at, okay, so fryteeth is a C check, well, because Greg's got to check chests. And it could be even more because it's been pointed out by GregglyPuff. GregglyPuff likes to do mermaid side first. If he does mermaid side first, I mean, that's 2-3 dives worth of Temple of Fiends at this point with a level 44 black belt. I mean, that's just way too much time.
I can't see GregglyPuff going mermaid side first in this case. I don't know what would compel me to do that, knowing that literally last location that you have to find it as soon as possible.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, it could happen though. I mean, it's been a thing that he's done a lot in this tournament. Sometimes you lean back on your, how do I say this? On habit. And maybe he just does it. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. He's going to do this crown check. He knows he's behind. He doesn't know he's behind. There's the white shirt.
And oh darn coming out of GregglyPuff there.
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of like the idea of you do crack inside when he was here. If it's not there, then you do the turn-ins like what he did. And then you come back to mermaid side. Okay. So he's not going to do it. This is good. As you said...
Wouldn't be prudent.
Yeah, no, it really wouldn't, but, habits can hurt you.
But yeah, fryteeth, just after the 1 hour and 1 minute mark in these final flags, best of 5, enters Temple of Fiends with a level 45 black belt. Terrifying. I don't even think GregglyPuff would think he's behind. It's 1 hour and 2 minutes. He's got one orb to light. He knows the loot's here.
I think he has an idea that I think he thinks he's behind by a little bit. Just for the pure fact that he did those extra little checks. I think mentally he's already told himself, yeah, I'm behind by a little bit because I did this. I don't think he expects him to be this far behind.
but we're only a couple of chests away, so we're not really that far behind. Maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're about 3 minutes behind now. Chimera's slowing down. Wow. Fryteeth already had to reset out because of the annoyance of the Chimeras. It's like the worst. Or when you run into like a 9-pack or something, and they're casting like Invis 2, or you know, something really awful like a heal spell.
Yeah, it's bad men for me.
There's the loot. He knows he's got to go fast. He's seen it. He's talking to himself.
Fryteeth hitting a couple of hiccups here. But right now, it's Fryteeth's game to lose.
Yeah, it definitely. That's a 47 black belt. I mean, this is going to need a very bad turn order. Kraken just one-shotting that black belt right off the start, I think, at this point, to really give GregglyPuff a chance.
40 damage. That was pretty close.
Lich almost had it. So the first Refiend fight down. Red Dragons have Paralyzing Touch. Shouldn't be much of an issue here. We're casting Heal 3. We're saving time by casting. I like it by Fryteeth here.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance that we're going to be going solo mode into Chaos. I'd like to use those spells before that Red Mage goes down.
Oh, very true, very true. That's kind of how I feel too, yeah. You might as well use them because you're going to need all those heal potions if you have to solo. Now, the Red Mage is decently HP'd there. It's 341, so should resist some. Actually, wasting heal... Oh, wait. Using heal potions on the Thief just to hope that he takes a shot. Kraken 1's going to be able to cast the Lit 2. Carry 2 also casts Lit 2. So the Fiends are in sync. Big Punch! Trademarked by Lord Fizzlebeef. Fryteeth gets through carry, too.
Caleb brings up a good point. You might have just called it a Bread Mage, and that is now what it is known as.
It is a bread mage because the Fiends cut through it with a hot knife. Oh wait, that's butter.
You know what? That's close enough.
GregglyPuff
entering Temple of Fiends, 1 hour, 5 minutes, about 4 minutes behind Fryteeth. Fryteeth, 3 bosses away from evening the score of 1-1 in this best of 5.
Oh, this is so close. Here we go. This could go either really good, really bad. There's the fast, good turn order. We get the punch. 1570 takes it out, so the one person that could have caused a whole lot of issues goes down. We don't have to rely upon RNG because RNG was in our favor. We have 2 Fiends left. And Fryteeth. Oh, Dead Pulse. We're here.
Oh, I'm shaking. I can't... I'm cheering for both of these runners at this point. Both in Temple of Fiends, I would expect nothing different from these 2 runners.
Another big turn order, 1188. That means Tiamat 2 barely had over vanilla HP. Tiamat 2 generally has 1100 vanilla, 1188 one-shots with great turn order. This is a glass Temple of Fiends here.
We haven't seen any spells. We have no idea what Chaos could or couldn't have.
You're absolutely right. And here we go. We're going to do double fast. Stun comes out. Chaos gives us a great turn. Lock comes out. Fast is going to be able to come out. Turn 2. This black belt is going to unleash the beast. More locks come out. Oh, better turn order. We're going to make this even easier to hit Chaos. He's slowing down. Big punch. 1357. We've done about 2,000 damage. That's about vanilla HP. Big punch should finish it off. There it is. Going to game 3, tied 1-1.
This was that 1 hour, 7 minutes, 32 seconds. That's insane. Let's see some GGs for Fryteeth.
Absolutely. 1 hour, 7 minutes. GregglyPuff seen it. Whew. And I think we just got joined in the broadcast booth here. Walking in with a swag. What's going on, Fryteeth? GG's.
How's it going? Thanks.
Yeah, GG's, man. What? Tell me a little bit about what was going on through your head. It's 1 hour 7 minutes. You're headed towards chaos. What was going on through your head right there?
I mean, I felt good, because, I mean, maybe a few minor things here and there to save a few seconds here and there, but I felt like that went about as well as it could go. But, I know how good he is, so it wouldn't have shocked me during that, chaos fight to have seen Dunn show up.
Oh, absolutely. So it looks like that GregglyPuff ended up going to Mirage instead of C, and was looking for that loot, but ended up with a white shirt.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, tell me a little bit about your decision. You decided to go to Ordeals instead of going to Sky, and what was your thought on that?
It just takes too long. Ordeals is, 8 chests. I've got level 1 warp, gonna get in and out of Ordeals very, very quickly. Whereas, if I don't even know where the incentive item in Sky was. I mean, I assume it was either the crystal or the crown. But, if that's up on, Sky 2 or Sky 3, that's minutes that I'm going to lose.
So,
it was on Sky 2.
Just to tell everybody about this real quick here, because I forgot to mention it. The third place match will be going on tomorrow. Let me pull this up. I believe it is at 8 p.m. So the third place match between Caleb and Pickles and Beer will be taking place at 8 p.m. Stay tuned on our Discord for more information on what channel that's going to be on. It's going to be a spicy matchup. They have some special things planned.
Greg's got to check chests. And it could be even more because it's been pointed out by GregglyPuff. GregglyPuff likes to do
GregglyPuff currently taking out Tiamat and Above, head to Chaos. Before that happens, fryteeth, did you make any adjustments from last match? I know it was still a very close match, but or did you just come in with the same kind of grit that you usually do?
Honestly, no, I didn't make any changes. It was close last night. Basically, I felt like there were two things that gave him the advantage. One was wipe in Ice Cave, and the other was he found a massa, and that let him get his grind going a lot earlier, a lot faster than I did. So I didn't feel like I needed to make a lot of changes, just execute the same way I did last night, and hopefully it would work out.
Ooh, big punch here by Chaos, takes out Mono the Black Mage. Unfortunately, Puff though comes back 1,000 damage, finishes it off. So that is about 3 minutes and 25 seconds behind Fryteeth. So GG's to GregglyPuff there to finish it out. And at 1 hour, 11 minutes, finishes it. And walking in there, hello, GregglyPuff.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. GG's.
Thanks, guys.
So yeah, GregglyPuff, unfortunately, you picked wrong in the 50-50. I'm not going to ask how that feels because, it feels bad. But can you tell us a little bit about the decision of why you picked Sky over C?
Well, because C is the 50-50 in its own right, because, there's Mermaid side and there's Kraken side. So to me, I thought, well, going up Mirage towards one location would be the best way to go about it. But of course, finding the crown in one of the last chests I checked and Guy didn't feel good. And then, of course, I knew the second it was the crown, I was like, this is a big fetch quest to the white shirt. Like, why wouldn't it be at that point? I'm doing pretty good for the most part in my time. And the second I didn't, as you saw, I saved in the air before turning in the crystal, and then I got the white shirt. And I'm pretty sure if my mic was on, you would have heard me say a lot of words that would not have been good on RPG Limit Break. So it's a good thing my mic was muted.
We don't use that kind of language around here, Greg. I don't believe you.
You-
So we found the sandworms early. Greggly found it first, grinded. Fryteeth did a little exploration, as in did the provoke or the old provoker, which turned into Crescent, got a couple extra key items, gaining a little bit extra per fight. Was there any thought of leaving and going to the Mirage Desert, maybe looking for T-Rexes, knowing that how strong the sandworms were?
uh, the the run off the hard reset was what, about 5 seconds or so? It seemed kind of long. If it would have been like maybe 10 steps off, I would have considered going down there. But since the sandworms were literally the third tile I checked, and granted they had a little over 300 HP, it was fine. I had 2 nukes. I could take them down and get the levels I needed. I know it was a little on the slower side, but knew I would be done with my grind well before 30 minutes, and so I thought it was the most appropriate way to go about it.
And then
Exact same thought process on my side.
Okay. Now, to kind of go off of that, also, was there any thoughts of doing ordeals or waterfall or anything like that to get the bonus experience, knowing that you had nuke at level 2 so early and warp to be able to get a couple extra bonus experience? Was there
Asking me
any
or
thoughts?
Fryteeth? Wait.
Not for me. I mean, once I've found a grind, it's going to take more time to go do some of those other things and come back and kill off the rest of the characters a second time than the extra experience is going to get you.
Yeah, and I think if you talk about last night's race, I think I was getting what, 4,700 per red D, and you were getting about 53, which is, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not much more, right? It's not worth going to a place like Ordeals at really low levels and getting blown out of there because something is ugly and it keeps wiping you out of the dungeon. I'd rather just go on ahead, get to level 42, get my grind done. That way I can just run away from everything, get my key items, and keep it moving.
So, what did you guys think about that bread mage magic that we had, and what were you thinking going through the seed? We'll start off with Fryteeth, about how everything was kind of clicking right away. You were just finding the correct key items, finished up your grind early. Like, were you waiting for the other shoe to drop?
It was, and it never really did today.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the only routing decisions I could have made different were, I could have gone on rack first and get turn in the or find the vendor item and then get the bottle before I went over to the Gaia Lefane area, because then I could have at least not double dipped Lefane, because I had to go down there, realize it's Gaia, leave, find the bottle, then go back down there just to find out that's the tail, which I don't really need, but it did give me temper. So there's just, I don't know. There's like little things, but that's 2 races now putting my best time on these flags. I think they went outside of the seed dive and those couple of little things. I think the seed went really well, and like he said, I don't feel like the other shoe dropped or anything. It was just like a go go go, and like I said, the second I got that white shirt, I knew I was pretty much going to lose unless Fryteeth also chose Sky over C.
Well, I just point out, and then I'm going to throw it over to Dangwu. The scariest thing Fryteeth saw was going to be that war mech. And the scariest thing you saw, I'm going to say, is that wolf that cast Ice 2 on you.
So annoyed. I was like, well, I've got 40 tents. I guess I will just be dropping a tent every 5 seconds and and saving the game and just going and never taking an overworld encounter.
I guess the only thing here is I was looking on the schedule. I don't know if you guys have planned anything, just to let the viewers out there know. Have you two found a date for Game 3 yet?
As of now, no, but it won't be any sooner than next Tuesday. That's that much we know. We both have pretty busy weekends doing family things. Just, if you enjoyed what you saw, check the Discord out, check the calendar for the race. It will pop up, but it will be sometime next week.
All right. There you have it there, folks. So we're going to have a little bit of break before then. Before that goes on. And then we have the the third place match taking place tomorrow. That will be on Lord Fizzlebee's stream between Caleb and Pickles and Beer. So they've got some spicy things, as I mentioned earlier, that's going to be very entertaining. And we got some commentary by Danny, and I believe Rafe will be on there too. So it's always a good time. Adult content, though, just to give a little forewarning. And with that, let's do some final thoughts here. So let's go with Greggly. The final thoughts before we get out of here.
You guys remember from yesterday, but I'm just here to have a good time. That's all I'm here for. I'm here for the good times. We're 1-1 now. I know we're doing best of 5. If I get down to best of 2, or if I lose this thing, I'm gonna probably go full on Grim Reaper from Bogus Journey and ask for a best of 7. And then when he wins again, best of 9, and we'll just keep going until I can at least maybe make a win happen or something. But I'm very excited about the rest of our races, and I think it's pretty awesome that we're 1-1 leading into next week. And see what happens.
Sounds good. Moving over to our winner today, tying up the match 1-1. Fryteeth, your final thoughts and maybe some insight of what's going to happen for Game 3 or your plan.
Yeah, same thing. Just having fun. Glad to get a win. Leave some excitement for over the weekend, and when we come back to basically come back for a best of 3, and looking forward to it.
Sounds good. And I guess, Deadpool, since you got us started, I'm going to let you finish it out here. So I'm going to do some final thoughts. Thank you, broadcast crew, Danny, Caleb, Deadpool. Thanks for doing comms with me. I hope you had a good time, and it was a blast doing it with you. You, the viewers out there, thanks for hanging around and chilling with us. I believe I've been told by the broadcast crew in the background, we're going to do a raid of SG Espanol. So we're going to hang out there with them once we're done here. Deadballs, take us out.
Thanks again to RPG Limit Break and Danny and Caleb behind the scenes, my co-coms Dengwu, and of course the runners. Let's make some noise for these runners. These two amazing runners, amazing time. Spring Tournament 2021 Finals, Game 2 finished with Fryteeth victorious, all tied up at 1-1. So stay tuned to the Discord to see when Game 3 is going to be happening. That's going to be super exciting. And everybody have a good evening and or morning, depending on where you live.